Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Simone and today is day 17 of the potato cleanse, and today I'm going to show you how I make sweet potato fries, which I just made for the first time like 3 days ago. I don't know why I haven't been making this like all the time because they're really good, and I make them exactly the same way I make my russet potato fries. So yeah, I'll show you how I make them. I'm going to start by cutting up. I have I'll normally just use like 4. These are pretty small sweet potatoes and they're wet. I wash them and I cut them like that, and that's how I get the spices to stick. But today I'm not really doing spices, I'm just gonna do a little bit of salt. But I'm only doing 5 because there was just 1 left in the bag and it just seemed kind of lonely, so we'll see how many I can fit on the rack. But I'm gonna start by just cutting these up. So I like them when they're kind of big, so yeah, this is a kind of skinny one. So I'm just gonna cut it into 4 pieces. This one's a little bigger, so these are a little bit harder to cut than russets, I will admit. So I do kind of like having like some pieces that are a little smaller because they get kind of crunchy. But I'm just gonna leave these. I think I'm gonna cut this one in half. So I have some smaller ones and some big ones. And I'll show you how I put them on the rack, because I put the big ones towards the middle because for some reason in my oven, the ones on the outside cook a lot faster. I think I can fit this last one on there. And by the way, I have my oven preheating to 400. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little salt on them. I was able to fit all of them onto this rack. As you can see, they're kind of like different sizes. So I tried to put the really fat ones in the middle and the skinnier ones to the outside, so that they all kind of, so the ones that are the thickest get cooked. That's pretty much the most important part. The little skinny ones will kind of get a little bit crunchy. And yeah, so I'm just gonna pop these in the oven. Doesn't really matter where you put them in the oven, but I put them in the middle, sort of on 400 for about 35 minutes. I'll check on them in about 30 just to make sure they're not burning. Hey guys, so I just took them out of the oven and just put them on this plate. And I made this like tahini dip the other day, and oh my gosh, you guys, it's so good. I just put some tahini, maple syrup, cinnamon, cardamom, and ginger powder, just like a really small amount. of each of those in a bowl and just like whisk them together. And I added some hot water to thin out the tahini because there wasn't much of the oil of it left. And then it was too thin, so I added a little bit of cashew butter. And it made about like 2 of these like ramekin type things. So there really isn't much fat in it, but it's so delicious. And these fries are also really good with the sriracha barbecue sauce that I use with my regular fries. And to make sure they were done, I just poked this one with a fork, and since it went in easy, I knew they were done. All right, so I'm gonna do a taste test. The tahini. Wow, this is really good. So I think next time I'm gonna make sure that the skin is up in the oven, because whatever's on the bottom gets like a little bit more cooked, and this piece tasted a little bit burnt, like the skin part, but I love the inside because it gets like really gooey and soft. And then let me find a little one. So like these little ones, they're like a little bit crunchier. So good. Fries are definitely my favorite meal. Like if I could only eat like one food for the rest of my life, it would be fries. And hopefully I'd get to have like sweet potato fries and russet fries. If I had to choose between them, I would definitely choose russet potato fries. They're just so delicious. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this recipe video. This was a little easier to make because this is like the easiest meal to make in the world. But yeah, if I eat anything else today, it'll probably just be like a salad or a smoothie or something. Yeah, I really haven't been hungry today. I think it's almost like 4 now. This is my first time eating. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you for day 18. Bye.